Hi, I'm Don Havre of the Havre team of the real estate firm in the Tri-Cities in the state of Washington. Our market area is the Tri-Cities in the southeast portion of the state of Washington, and that's specifically Richland, Kennewick, Pasco, and the West Richland communities. Well, I want to thank you for using our web services, and the purpose of this video is really to explain how you can take full advantage of our web service to do searches through our system. Now, we've really done an upgrade here in the last week. And this system that we have now, we think, is really a vast improvement of what we were providing previously. The system will allow you to do a basic search, an advanced search, a geographical search by a search on a map. It'll also allow you to search by an address. And then finally, if you have a multiple listing service number, you can search by that number as well. So let's go behind the scenes, take a look, and see how the system is going to help you out. Well, in order to discuss the process as far as our automated email update service, we'll need to start at the beginning. I realize some of you may have already signed into the system and may not be familiar with all of the options that are available inside of the system. Others may be exposed to this for the first time. So as a starting point, what you'll have to do is go to our website of key2homes.com. Once that page surfaces, you'll want to go to the right-hand side and you'll see a large button that says Listings by Email. So you'll hit that button. After you hit that button, you're going to receive a screen that says Search All Tri-City Listings Now. And I'd like to point out that this is the largest, most comprehensive database that's available for listings within the Tri-City area. And when I say Tri-Cities, we're specifically talking about Richland, Kennewick, Pasco, and West Richland, Burbank, Benton City, what have you. So after you get to this page, what you'll want to do is go down to the lower portion of the left-hand side and indicate the property type. We have residential highlighted here. Most of you will be in a residential search situation. You won't be looking for farm properties, commercial properties, or acreage. But if you are, you'll have an opportunity to change the scroll-down button and select the type of property that best meets your needs. Then you'll see that you have your minimum price, the maximum price, bedrooms, baths, acreage, what have you, and then you can complete the rest of the scroll down items and then hit the search button. After you do that, you're going to receive a screen that thanks you for using the Tri-City MLS, and it's actually in the process of searching at the present time when you see this. Then eventually, after your search is complete, and that'll be a function of how large your search criteria might be, you'll receive a screen with a map at the top, and what the map will show is all of the listings that you've identified. Now, if in fact your listings are very close together, by that I mean within a block or two, these balloons overlap each other, and so what you'll have to do is actually zoom in on the map in order to catch them all. Once you have highlighted a balloon, which is shown here on the screen, what that'll show you is the address of the property, the price, bedrooms, baths, the MLS number, and also the details. Now, if you hit the details section, it'll give you an expanded menu. The same thing is true if we go down here where you see the photo. If we were to double click on that photo, we're going to get additional information as well. And here's the screen that you'll see. So you'll see that the actual photo itself, there's a photo gallery here, but we can't see it on the screen, but the screen continues on with a lot of detailed information based upon this specific listing. Now, you may find that you want to modify the search, and I think the majority of you will want to modify the search. Now, once you hit that button, you're going to be given 5 options. The first being the basic search, followed by the advanced search immediately to the right here, and then you have a map search, an address search, and a listing ID search. We're going to go through each one of these searches individually. Starting with the basic search, if you do the basic search, specifically what you have is the opportunity to select by cities. Now, let's say that you want to do Kennewick and Richland. What you'd have to do is hold the control key, highlight Kennewick, keep the control key down, and highlight Richland, and that'll give you the opportunity to select both of those cities. Then as you continue over to the right, you can see you have bedrooms, bathrooms, minimum price, maximum price, minimum square feet, and this one also gives you the maximum days on the market that a home is listed. So if a home is in a very popular price range and you see that this home's been on the market for 140 days or more, you might suspect that either the home is not in good condition or it's overpriced or both. If we go to the Advanced Search tab, which is highlighted right here, essentially what we have is essentially the same information that we had in the basic search here at the top, but we have additional information to include year built, acreage, style of the home, and once again, if you have more than one style that you're interested in, you're going to have to hold the control key, highlight each individual style, but if you don't highlight any of the styles, you're going to get all of the homes that meet that specific price range. You can see over here to the right we have garages. I find many times that individuals want 2 and 3, and so you'd have to do that as well. Hold down the control key and highlight the number of garages you want. Now the feature section over here is probably a little bit more complex and maybe not laid out the best that it could be, but we're dealing with a restriction on the amount of space that's available on this search. If you go and scroll down through the features, you're going to see a large laundry list, and it could include fenced backyard, the type of services to the home. But let's say that we're dealing with a swimming pool situation, and I'll go to the next slide on that. And you'll have to make a determination whether or not you're looking at above ground, below ground pool. So let's say hypothetically that we're looking for an in-ground pool. If that's the case, I'd have to go through the features list, find in-ground, and then it's also going to give us the option whether or not we want to have a concrete, gunite, or a vinyl. And you may want to select all of those. So to review, if we're going to do an in-ground pool, I'd hold the control key down. I would indicate below ground pool. I would indicate gunite, vinyl, concrete, what have you, and then release the button, and that's going to catch all of those for you. You can see also that this particular screen gives you subdivision. I find the majority of people do not search by subdivisions, but it is possible that maybe you have a specific subdivision that you're interested in. And if it's more than one, once again, you're going to have to use the same principle of holding the control key down and identify each specific subdivision. If you leave the subdivisions blank, once again, you're going to get all homes that meet that general criteria. So as we continue on, the next function that we have is the map search function. And specifically what that does is it gives you a map of the Tri-City area, and you have an opportunity to identify specific areas in that, and then you'll get all homes that meet your criteria in that map area. Now, once again, we have the same balloon area that's shown here in the map. And once again, if you highlight the balloon, you're going to get a little bit more detailed information. And if you're going to go down here and highlight details, you're going to get the detailed information sheet that we looked at previously. Now, you may find that this is a listing that you want to save to your favorites, and this gives you an opportunity to do that as well. So you can save that to your favorites and then go back to those later on. Now, the next screen shows you address search. So it's possible that maybe you've driven by a home and you see a for sale sign out front and you're interested in that, and so you want to know a little bit about that without contacting Don or Michelle of the Havre team. If that's the case, you can go to this part of the website and just type in the address, and then you would identify the city that you're dealing with as well, be it Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, what have you. After you've done that, you'd hit your search, and you're going to get the listing for that specific address. Now, the last area that we have is called the listing ID search. And let's say that maybe you're looking at a periodical of some type, and in that periodical it gives you an MLS number. Well, if you take that MLS number and you insert it into this box and then do your search, you're going to get the listing on that specific property as well. So I think that you'll see that this system is a great improvement over what we had previously with the basic search, advanced search, map search, address search, and the listing search. Now, I do want to point out that maybe you want a little bit more additional information on the Tri-City area. And so the first area that I'd like to point out is my newsletter up here. I do publish a newsletter monthly. I try to get it out the first Monday of each month if the data is available. And specifically what I highlight in this newsletter is I look at the data from the previous month, and I compare that data with the previous year during the same time frame. So we'll be looking at the number of listings, the number of sales, those that are pending contracts. I'll look at both the median and the average sales price. And that gives us a pretty good indication whether or not the Tri-City market is appreciating or depreciating. And of course, everything is price dependent. And so if you really want to have more specific information, give me an email, and I can certainly give you a total market overview with that information. I also have a blog site. And if we look down here under Tri-Cities Washington Real Estate News, that's my blog. And we're showing right here that I have a blog posting on Richland, Washington's museum. I have another one down here on hiking Badger Mountain. And it's my goal to do a blog posting at least once a week, and I'm trying to do much more in the way of videos. I think that people that are outside of the area will get a much better appreciation for what the Tri-Cities is all about using videos than in the printed word. Now, you may want to sign up for the automated email update service. So everything we've talked about at this point is a manual operation. So you'll have to go through and manually set this up. But let's say that you want to have automated emails based upon your search criteria. What you'll have to do is go to the sign up area, which is shown here. And once again, this is on the basic screen that you see when you initially enter the system. So let's say that I hit this sign up now, and it's going to give me an option. Do I want basic search, advanced search? And you can put on the information you want and then hit the next step. The next step allows you to put in first name, last name, email address, phone numbers, what have you. And of course, we have to have an email address in order to email you. I can assure you we do nothing with this information other than send you the information that you've requested. I do request a phone number, not because we want to contact you frequently, only because I may have a question about what you're asking for, and sometimes people give me conflicting information. I might want to get some clarification on that. If you have any comments that might be appropriate, put those comments down below, and then you save your search. Now, what happens after you have your favorites identified and you're ready to view homes? Well, what we'd like to have you do is contact the Havre team. I do work with my daughter, Michelle, and one of the two of us should always be available 7 days a week to assist you in viewing homes. And we try to view homes that meet your time frame. So we understand in the summer months that we work longer hours because of daylight savings time. And many of you would like to look at homes after work, and of course we certainly understand that. We're available on Saturdays and Sundays as well, and with the two of us being available, we should have coverage for you. Now, when you're doing your basic searches, you can hit a box that says I would like to view a listing, and we'll get that information directly. Or let's say that you're out of the system and you want to contact you. You can do so by giving us a ring at 783-8400. And that's my business number, and I typically have that forwarded to my cell phone. If I'm out of town, I have that forwarded to Michelle. Or you can give me an email at don@key2homes.com, and I check my email frequently throughout the day. The disadvantage of using the key2homes.com is that if I'm gone for an afternoon out showing properties and you want to look at the property within the next hour or two, I may not get that particular email. Well, that's an overview of the system. We certainly hope that this video provides you a little greater insight in how you can take advantage of this system for you. Now, we certainly understand that some of you may find this to be a little bit confusing, and if you find that you have a little bit of difficulties working with computers, relax, don't worry about it. Give me a call or send me an email and just tell me generally what you're looking for in the way of your next home. Once I understand your criteria, be it very general or very specific in nature, I'll set you up in what's called our Client Connect system. And specifically what that is, we'll give you a website, and you'll go to that website and you'll have all of the listings that meet your criteria. And you can separate those listings into those that you really don't care for, those that are maybes, and those that are on your favorite list. Now, as these homes go under contract, they'll automatically be taken out of your buckets, and so you'll only be dealing with the most current up-to-date information. Now, what happens when you find a home or homes that you'd like to view? Well, we would highly recommend that you give the Havre team a call and let us assist you. Now, you might want to say, why should I give the Havre team a call? And probably the best way for us to answer that is provide you some of the comments from our past clients. Specifically, one client indicated that he understood that many people come and go in the real estate industry, and you're always not quite sure if you're dealing with someone who has a a solid background to assist. Michelle and I have been in the business for well over 35 years, and I can assure you that we're not going to come across anything that would meet your situation that we haven't seen several times before. It's our goal to make sure that you're well informed, not only in the marketplace of the Tri-Cities, but the neighborhood and any home or homes that you might be considering. Every home has an advantage and disadvantage, and when asked, we'd certainly will provide that information. Now, after you find a home that meets your needs, the next part of that step is going to be, or process is going to be preparing a contract. Now, we're going to prepare a contract for you that's very detailed in nature, and it's going to be very comprehensive, and it's going to protect your interests. So if you find that the home doesn't meet your needs for whatever reason, we'll have contingencies in there that allow you to back out of the contract, get your earnest money back, and look for another home. Now, we also have a moving truck. I'm one of the few agents in the Tri-Cities that has my own moving truck. We make that available to you, not only to make the immediate move, but any time in the future, as long as we still have the truck. So if you go down to Costco and find a big screen TV and not quite sure how to get it home, give me a call. We'll make it available to you if it's available, so you can get that big screen TV home. Now, I think most importantly, what our clients say over and over again is that we never pressure our clients to make a buying decision. We want to make sure that our clients are well informed as far as what's going on in the marketplace, allow them sufficient time to make a decision that meets their needs, and we certainly understand a decision might be not to buy at all, and that's certainly fine with us. But however, if you do elect to purchase a home, we're going to be right there by your side helping you throughout the entire process. Now, we've made a tremendous investment in this system to provide the most up-to-date current information and comprehensive information to you. So we certainly hope you take advantage of it. And Michelle and I are certainly looking forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.